Good morning, I am John. Today is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022. Just a few days left in the year and a few days left in my subscriber drive to get to 18,000 by the end of the year. Doing pretty good. I'll give you an update on that in a second. So a quick update for my daily stand-up of what is going on with me. So I am still kind of halfway planning on potentially taking the last few days of the week off for a long weekend to take a little vacation drive for New Year's, but I don't know for sure if it's going to happen yet because it's something I normally do with my daughter. I'm not going to do it by myself, so she still has to cover one more shift to get off one of these days. So I'm planning for having that time off, and so either way, this is a good deal because either I'm going to be very well prepared for a time that I'm out to have some things to publish, or I am going to be very well prepared and be home and have things to publish and have extra time. So I'm just kind of, either way, I'm kind of stockpiling food for the winter, if you will, and I'll be able to use it one way or the other. But yesterday, I did a lot of work prepping for podcast publishing. Today, you'll recall, is, well, we'll talk about today in a second, but prepared for making shorts, passed over the full screen for long form to Mo so he can work on that. Got that to him. I told you yesterday that I was going to maybe not publish a video on Monday, but the video that I ended up making was very timely, and it's based on some rumors that are going around out there. It was kind of a news analytical thing. Let's look at these pictures and figure out what this company is doing. And I'll put a link up here. That video did incredibly well. It was doing great numbers all night. In like 12 hours, it's already gotten over 1,000 views, and it's still growing, so it's doing really well. So that tells me two things. Mondays aren't a dead zone, but Mondays are a place where you need to do something maybe timely. You know, I tend to do things that try to be evergreen, like this product review or this nostalgic item. They're always fresh, no matter when you find them. Well, this was a news item that is only good until the news is resolved. You know, it was like what does this thing mean? Well, eventually we'll know what it means, and that news will be antiquated. But until we know, maybe I'll get some traffic on that. So that tells me, one, I said two things. One, that Mondays aren't a no man's land. But two, maybe a particular kind of content on Mondays, if available, if there are news items to cover. So I'm going to noodle that around and see how I can use that to our advantage. But I got that video done, fully done, published, doing really well. I'm really happy with that. Let's see. We also had our group meeting yesterday in the afternoon, just kind of planning things for the future. We had a quick call there. Published a short yesterday, prepared a short for today. So laid the groundwork pretty well for the rest of the week. Today, so as I was getting ahead of myself, obviously today is podcast day for me. Thursday is publishing day, but today is editing day. Since I laid the groundwork for editing yesterday, today, this morning on Twitch, every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. over on Twitch. Sometimes I start a little early. I'll be editing the podcast live. We sit and we chat, we talk about random things, we cut up in the streaming chat, and it has a really good time. And plus, it really gets through that entire edit that usually I would break up over multiple days. Well, now I can just knock it out in one day and be done. Really productive. I really look forward to it each week now, and so that's going to be pretty much after I get this published. I'll prepare to get started doing that. Let's see, that's yesterday, today, and this evening, since I, again, likely going out of town, I'm going to go ahead and record with 1980s Now. In fact, we're going to be live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, if you would like to tune in for that over at 1980s Now on Facebook. Let's see, that and that. I think those are all the things. And then the major project I've been doing in the background, I took advantage of the Christmas break. I got a frog in my throat, goodness. That's it. I took a little bit of advantage of the Christmas break to handle my annual data backup. So I have a huge backup of GenXGrownUp data on my network attached storage on an Unraid server, but of course my day-to-day operation is on a big 5 terabyte USB drive. Well, that thing gets tons of traffic, and so preemptively we replace it once a year. And so just about a week or so ago, I ordered the new large drive. And even if you're on USB 3, even if you are connected directly to the motherboard, copying that much data from one drive to another takes like 20 hours. So I got that is all finished now, and now it's all about offloading things that I don't need on the new drive, set the old drive aside so it's a yet tertiary backup. We have the main drive, we have the backup drive, and then we have the unraid NAS storage where I can have all of our data now I've never lost a chunk of data, but that's because I do this so religiously, because I'm afraid, one drive is all it takes, just poof, I can't, I'm paralyzed, I can't get work done because all these elements that are created. So I got that full data backup done, and so later on this afternoon I need to spend some time offloading data from those drives to really set me up for the new year, so I have a couple free terabytes on this new drive to get that going. That's really the unglamorous side of any kind of creative process, is media management, because it's got to be done. If you just ignore it, it will just evaporate and you'll lose all of your work. So it's not sexy, it's not fun, it's not glamorous, and it's not entertaining, but it's something that I also need to try to take care of today and probably a little bit into tomorrow to get all that data, because you pick some data, offload it, and then you have to wait, because that takes 10-20 minutes. It's just not like a quickly let's throw this over there. It takes a lot of kind of thoughtful sorting and stuff. So yeah, I think that's my day laid out for me, and making for a quick update today. Now, even if I am going out of town, which I will know by the end of the day, I should still be able to do an update tomorrow, because I would be leaving tomorrow afternoon, I think. So with that, I will just say thank you so much for checking out this vlog. If you watch every day, I love you. I appreciate you being here. Please take great care of yourself today, and I will talk to you at least tomorrow. Bye-bye.